Hey everyone, welcome back to another Making It to Sunday Tabletop. And today we're going to do something really fun. It's been out for a little bit, especially if when you guys are watching this, it's probably been out for a couple weeks. It's been hyped up quite a bit, but I was super excited for it. Huge Star Wars fan, I got the tattoo, I got the Boba Fett hat on, everything. Because, bam, Legion dropped. Now, basically, everything I've known about this game is it's a tabletop version. It's not like Imperial Assault, where you actually build your models, move them around the table, fight the battles, and yeah, I was super excited for it. There seems to be a lot of it catching on. It's Fantasy Flight that puts it on, see the symbol, and they do really good with their games. But there's two things, and when we get into the box I'll show you, that Fantasy Flight does well that maybe they don't need to do so well. So see if I can pop this beast open. Got the plastic off it. I just kind of took a quick little look to familiarize with what's in the box set before the video. And this is number one of what Fantasy Flight does well that they maybe don't need to do so well. Tokens. Fantasy Flight loves their cardboard knockouts. But as far as the rest of their games go, this game, especially the starter set, has very little. So that's really good. There's a booklet of how to play. It's off camera right now, but it's basically your standard booklet. Ooh, excuse me. A couple pages, shows you how to play the game. Really good. When I've been reading it, makes a lot of sense. They give you some diagrams, shows how to go together, and then the models. That's what I was really super hyped for. And this is the starter set, so I'm not sure if the models in other sets are different. These aren't terrible, but so like the Walker that comes in the box set, it's a several multi-piece model. And what I really like about this is they're not sprues. The pieces come in baggies, and that's how you put them together. So here's the speeder bikes, but again, like these are only like 5 or 6 pieces for a speeder bike, which is not terrible because the models are still pretty good detailed. But then there's like Vader here. Vader's 2 parts. Luke Skywalker's 2 parts. You know, there's not a whole lot of extra in them. Then you come to these guys, but again, like, they love the bags. That's another one. That's how you know you got a Fantasy Flight game, is if you have 10,000 bags left over. The soldiers, 2 or 3 pieces. Stormtroopers, 2 or 3 pieces. Came with some blockades, so it gives you some terrain to play with right out of the box. That is huge for me. I love when games do that. They give you something to play with. So, like, even if you're brand new to the game, you're like, man, I wish I had some terrain for it. It gives you some. Nothing major. They're just little... Show you these guys. These guys. So they've got a side where you want to be versus a side you don't want to be. And gives you some painting options, which is nice. And in the rule book, it kind of gives you a couple scenarios on how it goes together. And you got your dice. That was one thing I wasn't 100% sure on, is how they're going to do their dice, what kind of system. But it looks mostly like a D8, which isn't bad. Then you got your measuring tools. Put this together real quick. So you've got a 1 speed, a 2 speed, and a 3 speed. And it's pretty cool. So you get the 3 speed marker. Got the 3 little ticks on it. You find the other side with the 3 little ticks on it. And pop these bad boys together. Maybe. Oh god, I don't want to break it. There, so there it goes together. So then when you're measuring for your dudes, you set that side on your dude bro, and you push them to that side, and that's how you move your 3 inches, and you just kind of swivel it around like that. So it takes a little bit of the guesswork out of it. One thing I did notice in the rulebook is you have leaders, so like your lieutenants or whatever of each squad, and you measure from them, and then you just have to make sure the rest of the squad just stay in coherency of him. So it's not as exact or precise as say like 40k, Age of Sigmar, or anything like that, but it makes the game faster. It looks like it seems like it could make the game faster. Yeah, so like once you move your lieutenant, so it's say, just get a dice. This is your lieutenant. these two are the rest of your squad. You're going to move him there. And then your other guys just have to be within that range of your lieutenant for measuring. So it's pretty quick, pretty straightforward. I can see some people getting a little cheeky with it. Like you have your officer out front and these guys behind him, and you move him up, and you move these guys way past him. There's a little bit of cheekiness to it, but nothing terrible. I haven't got any games in yet. And then they give you a measuring stick, and because it's Fantasy Flight, they gotta have all their own stuff. It can't just be a ruler, which isn't bad because they give it to you all. So, boom, boom, and boom. So you put it together in sections, and like besides the movement, so these guys are for movement, this is for range of shooting and stuff like that, and it's just that equals a 1, that's a 2, that's a 3, and that's a 4. So just in between each of the notches, that's your measurement. So yeah, they give you everything you need to play. They give you some dice, obviously. There's turn counters. Then the models, again, this is one thing I'm just going to kind of show real quick. You get your bases, standard bases. These look like 25 millimeter. That's how you find your measurement. They fit right there, and you just move them right there. So quick measurements, quick moving. The only thing that seems kind of wonky is if you have a terrain-heavy board or anything like that, you do kind of just have to hold it there and measure as best you can. But that's basically what you're doing with the tape anyways. So on flat surfaces, much better. On angled surfaces, maybe not amazing. But what I was going to show you is the models, because that's, yeah. Boom. So, baggie. It's got 2 guys in there. So, the plastics are what you would find if you played Imperial Assault, anything like that. So they're a little bit thicker, but they're also a little bit more malleable. They're not super hard plastics. Pieces just kind of fit in together. There is a few little spurs that need to be taken off, but not many. And then you just kind of got your arms, legs, stuff like that. So as far as the modeling aspect of this hobby goes, if you're looking for lots of customization, at least in this box set, it's not there. But the models do have really good detail. You do have to put them together, you do have to glue them. They do go on their bases, paint them, and I have yet to put anything together, so I'm not going to comment on what kind of glue to use. Oh, yeah. But good quality so far. And if you hate cutting stuff out, because that's one thing I really dislike about some of the GW products, is when you clip them out, sometimes the sprue is a little bit too close or too far away. You end up snipping some of the model, or not all of it comes out. Then you got to come up with cleaning up all the rest of it before you even get to the gluing part. This, they're just right there. At least for the starter set. I'm not sure. I'll get the other, probably get 1 or 2 expansions. But yeah, these are just ready to go to glue, to prime, to paint, to base. And which is really nice. Like I said, the detail on them are actually really, really good. Yeah. And it also says in the book and stuff like that, you know, if pieces come bent, it is the kind of more malleable plastic. Dip them in hot water, reform them, and they'll solidify back to good as new. And one cool thing, I guess another cool thing, because this is all pretty cool so far, is you have all of your cards, and that's the next, like the second thing that I was really going to harp on about Fantasy Flight, is they love their cards. But this game, I think they're finally starting to find it, is less is more, because normally their games come with 10 punch-out sheets. This one only comes with 1, and this is all of your troop cards, your orders cards, your command cards, all right there. So that's all those extra cards, and then you have your upgrade cards right there. So like between the 2 armies and stuff like that, there's far less so far of the cards and stuff like that. But what they do get right is what I really love about them is that's your codex. Love it. I love having a little card when Age of Sigmar went to cards, love it. So that way you don't have to keep flipping through a book 10 times. And just, hey, what does my guy do? The ATRT. Well, there's his armor. He's got armor. He's got a climbing vehicle. Expert. Here's the kind of upgrades I can get it. That's how many points I have. That's my health. That's my hull. That's the blaster rifle. That's what comes with it normally. And yeah, that's the type of weapon he's got. So everything you need to know, playing card style, right there. And it is playing card sized. You can find little sleeves and stuff like that. You can throw some clear sleeves on them. You can write on them, so that way, like, your army is ready to go. And instead of having a book in front of you and a list in front of you, it's just, okay, I've got my 4 cards here. This is everything they do. Great. And it's one of those, you know, once you learn your army better, you don't have to look at them as much. And I like having a few cards versus a book and a sheet. And yeah, so it's not as complex as like 40K, but it's also like, it doesn't seem as complex as even X-Wing when it comes to cards and punch-outs and all that other good stuff. So, pretty excited about, really excited about this. I'll probably be doing some videos, pictures of some of my painted models. But yeah, it's Star Wars. I love me some Star Wars. And it looks like it's a straightforward game. A little bit of the rule books that I saw, and the rule book's not super thick. It's like 10-12 pages of rules. So yeah. Hopefully this inspired you guys to go out and get a box set, or to check it out more, get some people playing, because this looks amazing. And I'm probably biased because I love me some Star Wars, but the models are good quality so far. I'm gonna paint them up first, see if paint holds, if I need different primers or anything. Some of the models look actually fairly, a little bit of hobby in there building. And some of them are just 2 or 3 pieces. So I guess I'll have to see more on the modeling side down the road. But as far as the game wise, a cheaper starter set too. $100 some places, cheaper than that other places. I think I got this for like 85. And you get 2 armies, a couple vehicles, the rule books, the dice, everything to go. So I'm stoked. I am liking it. So we'll end on that one. So remember, guys, have fun out there.